Okay, Lawrence, this is your feedback for the 3C Part 2, How to Garden Camera Techniques. So if you look through where the resources are for this was the homework task. Here's the pass and the merit criteria and the distinction. So the pass was to describe the process of how you do it, and then obviously describe the angle and movement itself. For the merit, you would have to give me examples. Again, the higher merit would be more specific about where there are using time references, for example, and explaining the purposes and bringing in some degree of explanation into why it's used in these music videos. For the distinction, if we're aiming for that, then you would need to assess how they differ through comparison from rock and pop and hip hop. And you would also need to assess, or you could assess, so you've got to have a choice there, about how it compares to your remake over the summer and evaluate the success of that. So just looking through, we're starting off with the arc shot here. You've described what it is. The purpose of it is to show Rose and the artist. You've told me what it is. There's no description of the example though. You've just said what it is, and then there's a video on there. So that really, I would argue, is not a merit. That's a pass for that. There's no detail here, Lawrence, that you would need for more. You talked about what it is. So here you've given me a specific time reference. Given that it's rap and hip hop, correct sense of how this is far better. So this is much more what I'm looking for the merit. You would need to do that for the arc to make that sustained. We've mentioned canted angles, unease and disorientation. You've talked about that there. Yep, good. That's interesting. Yeah, good. I think that's good analysis there. That's a secure merit. Talked about crash zoom. You referenced death metal, which is an interesting choice. Good. I like that, and I like what you've written there. So that's far more detailed. So we're definitely securing the merits here. Just skimming through again. It's shot from the sky. Okay, not really sure. I mean, you sort of dancing around the fact here that it's quite filmic. So I think you maybe need to talk about that. It's kind of like, it makes it seem more like it's usually used in narrative videos that I would kind of make that as a way of kind of making that stick. Very good. Okay, I'm not entirely sure that we're not used to staying still and we like to move around. When we say we, what do you mean by we? I think you need to revisit the reason that we use handheld camera, and I will direct you to the wheel because it is definitely on there somewhere. Also look in your lesson notes. I wouldn't accept that really as a reason for having that as a handheld camera. That's interesting there again, so I would probably back that up with some images now because you're not putting any more videos in. Yeah, good. I think that's interesting. Good, but again, give me the example in there and maybe talk about why this is unique to this particular genre. So looking through, I don't really have the comparison or the assessment necessarily in order to be able to give you the higher grades for this. So I again need you to assess and compare the use of movements across different genres. So I think you need some sort of conclusion. The other thing you could do is also assess how it compares to what you made over the summer as being a music video that lacked movement. So, you know, why did that lead to an unsuccessful music video, particularly in the genre that you did, which I believe, from recollection, was rock. So overall, you are currently sitting on a merit